Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to Riding with the Selby. If you're kind of new to mountain biking, um, it can be a bit overwhelming to kind of know what protective gear you might need when you first start out or as you continue to grow in your riding. So I thought I'd take a minute today and just kind of show you a few items that I use and why I use them. And this is by no means everything that's available, or probably even everything that you should use, but this is just kind of a few of the things that I use. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to my protective equipment, for better or worse. That's just kind of the way I am. But starting with the first item you definitely need, that would be a helmet. If you're like me, I grew up in the 90s and we definitely didn't wear helmets. Back then they were really big and bulky and uncomfortable. They just didn't fit well or anything, which that was probably a really bad idea not to wear them, but you know, we're still alive. But anyway, helmets these days are definitely not like how they used to be. They're comfortable, they fit well, they breathe well, they fit on your head well. So this is my trail helmet here. You can see it's got a lot of ventilation. It fits really well on my head, and this kind of goes for most any helmets these days, $60 or so and above. They just fit well. But this one here is kind of it's my dirt jump helmet. Also use it for pump track riding, skate parks, that sort of thing. This is more of a skateboard helmet. It's actually not specific for bikes. I probably really should be using one that is made specific for bikes, but it too is pretty comfortable. It's not vented as well, but you get really good visibility and all with it. That's why I use it for dirt jumps and stuff. And then back there I've got my full face. I don't use it very often, just mainly if we get to go to some place that's definitely more downhill or enduro oriented. But it too is somewhat fairly vented well. It's light, comfortable. It just works pretty well. The next safety item or protective gear I would use, and I always ride with, is gloves. Whether it's a pair of mountain bike specific gloves like these hand up gloves here, they're light, they fit pretty tight on your hands, grip really well. Or you can also go with a motocross style glove like these here. They too breathe pretty well. Obviously they're made for motocross. They're just occasionally a little bit thicker, but a lot of times though, the good thing about these is you can find them on sale pretty easy. So definitely, when you're looking for gloves, definitely check out motocross style gloves. Moving on to the next item I use is knee pads, like these race face ones here. There's all different styles and models and stuff. Some are thick and got a lot of padding. So these here are pretty lightweight, pretty thin. Not going to necessarily save you from getting hurt, but they're going to save you. Definitely going to help you out. If you just slide out, kind of smack your knee on the ground or whatever, save you from busting your knees up too bad. Moving on to the next thing, if you're like me, I ride flat pedals only. I don't like clipless. Been riding pretty well all my life, and I'm 35 now. Like I said, I only ride flat pedals. So I usually use these van shoes. You definitely want, for flat pedals, you definitely want a pair of flat sole shoes to grip the pedals. So these by no means are the best. They're definitely not 510s or Ride Concepts or anything, but I tend to kind of somewhat cheap out when it comes to my shoes, just because $50 versus 120. But one of these days I am going to try out the Ride Concepts or 510s. And then moving on to the next item, I really don't use goggles very often, just because they really only work with my full face and I don't wear it very often. But if I'm riding something downhill or enduro oriented, definitely want to go with some good motocross or mountain bike goggles. And then the final safety item or protective gear I would recommend with you on every ride, I'm actually holding in my hand filming this video on it, but that's my cell phone. You definitely want to, I know a lot of people say, well, you don't want a phone or whatever, kind of takes away from the ride, but I won't ride without one, just in case I crash, need to make an emergency phone call, or one of my kids crashes, because I've always got my kids with me, and I need to make an emergency call quick. Just always make sure I've got my phone with me. But sorry about that. That's little man in the background hollering. But hey, anyway, thanks for watching this video. We try to get some content out about once a week or so. As soon as this weather clears up, it's definitely going to be more riding content and probably maybe some trail building too. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you would, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.